Hello, dear students. Today we are going to complete lesson 4, pages 58 and 59. In the previous lesson, we studied about some groups of invertebrates, and today we are going to study about vertebrates. What are vertebrates? Yes, they are animals with backbones. You can see here different kinds of animals that they are vertebrates. They are divided into 5 groups: amphibians, reptiles, birds, fish, and mammals. Let's start talking about birds. As you see, different types of birds. Some are small, some are big. But all the birds have the same. A bird has a beak, 2 wings, 2 legs, and feathers that cover the bird's body. How do birds breathe? Yes, very good, with lungs. They take in the oxygen from the air. How do they reproduce? Very good, by laying eggs. And the birds take care of their young. What do you think? How? Yes, very good, by feeding them. They feed their young until the young grow and they can get their own food. And also, they teach them how to fly. Most birds fly, but few birds cannot fly, like a penguin. So, a bird is a kind of an animal with a beak, feathers, 2 wings, and 2 legs. Let's talk about reptiles. There is a snake, turtle, and crocodile. These are different kinds of reptiles. As you see, some live on land, some in water. The body is covered with scaly skin, which means tough scales to protect them. So they are covered with tough scales. How do they breathe? Yes, through lungs. How do they reproduce? Actually, most reptiles reproduce by laying eggs, but there are some kinds of snakes, they give birth to live young, but most by laying eggs. Reptiles have waterproof skin. What does this mean? It means their skin keeps the water inside the body. It does not let the water to escape from the body. This is why it's called waterproof, to keep them from drying out. So because these tough scales, they don't let the water to escape from the body, and they keep the water inside. This is why the skin is called waterproof. This is a kind of a reptile. It's a chameleon. Reptiles are vertebrates with scaly skin. Let's talk about fish. These are different types of fish. As you see, the shark also is a fish. They spend their whole lives in water. Most of them are covered with scales and also with slimy coating. As you see, the scales are not dry as the reptiles. No, they are slimy as they are moisture. How do they breathe? As you know, fish live in water, so they breathe through, yes, gills. How do they reproduce? Yes, by laying eggs in water. This is a type of fish. It's called a stingray fish. It has a flat body, flat shape, and slippery skin. So fish are vertebrates that spend their whole lives in water. Let's solve the quick check in page 59. Critical thinking. Do you think turtles breathe with lungs or gills? Why? As we said before, that some reptiles can swim in water, but even if they swim in water, they still breathe through lungs because they breathe air. So, how the turtles breathe air when they are swimming? Actually, they can go out, take some air to take the oxygen, and then they go back to the water. So, turtles breathe with lungs because they breathe air. Thank you for your listening.